Oh, welcome. How can I? Oh, it's you. I'm so glad to see you again, sweetie. Have you really polished off all those books you're holding? My. I'm so impressed with your voracious appetite for knowledge. You come by so often, I can't help but wonder if your visits to the Imperial Library are just for more than books. Perhaps there's someone you like to see. Someone who I don't know works here, perhaps. Just the books? All right then. I see you like to get straight to business, as always. I'll just take those from you. Oh, careful, dear. I haven't finished filing my claws just yet. I wouldn't want to scratch that lovely skin of yours. There we are. You know, most people with dragon blood in their veins wish they had gotten the claws. But, honestly, I just find them a hassle. They grow so quickly, and I need a special nail filer just to keep them in check. They sharpen themselves almost every week, and it takes forever to dull them down. I'd much prefer to be born with ordinary human nails. If it were up to me, I'd ditch the claws and get some extra scales instead. Everyone assumes that they are hard and sharp like a real dragon's scales, but for me, they're actually quite soft and flexible. They're so much easier to take care of than my bare skin, too. They don't dry out or get sunburned. They just need a quick daily polish. Ah, that's right. The books. All right, let's take a look. Well, that's odd. I don't remember checking any of these out for you. Did you go and check out with another librarian behind my back? Silly thing. I'm sure I told you to always come and find me when you needed help. I can provide you with everything you need, you know. All right. Let's see here. Oh. A Beauty So Rare and Other Poems. Are these love poems? Perhaps you're trying to woo someone with them? You know, a nice romantic poem always gets me. Ah, they're nature poems. Well, I suppose that's romantic in its own way. Next, a treatise on the ethics of potions. Well, that's interesting. Trying to find out if it's wrong to slip someone a love potion, are you? You know, you wouldn't have had to resort to that if it's about the dangers of replacing traditional medicine with alchemy. I see. All right. Look, it's late winter right now. You know what that means, right? The Festival of Hearts is almost here. You know, the one celebrating the goddess of love. The most romantic day of the year. You can't tell me you aren't even a little interested in having someone to go with? Unless... Wait, are you in a relationship? If you are, you should have just told me. We could have avoided this whole awkward... You don't think there's anyone who'd be interested in going with you? What do you... Oh, wait a minute. Aw, look at you, so coy. And here I was starting to think you weren't interested. All right. I'll admit, the whole clueless shy girl act is pretty cute. I'll play along with it. For now. Oh, right, the books. Because that's definitely what this is all about, right? Well, I'll get to them later. You're a very trustworthy patron, so I'll trust that you didn't leave any out. Oh, and where do you think you're going? To get more books. Always with the books. I mean, I suppose, yes, this is a library, but still, don't you want to stay here for a little while longer? You know, just for Change of pace. Oh. Don't think you're getting away from me that easily. If you won't stay here with me, then I'll just have to follow you. I'm not known for giving up on what I want. It's the dragon in me. It's fine. I can take a break. The other librarians can handle it. So, what are you looking to learn about today? Anything I can help with? I'd be happy to do anything for you. Anything you like. Anything at all. Ah, so you want to get to know me better. I thought so. So, what do you want to know? About my dragon blood. All right. Not what I was expecting, but a fair question, I suppose. Well, simply put, I'm mostly human, but I have a dragon ancestor. I believe she was my great-great-grandmother on my mother's side. I know it's hard to imagine. When you think dragon, you're probably imagining those big ones who are slightly more intelligent than an animal, but there are lots of different sorts of dragons. In particular, ones who are intelligent and skilled enough in magic to shapeshift. Yep, she was one of those. She fell in love with a human man who once tried to steal treasure from her hoard, funnily enough. She took the form of a human so they could have a child. As it turns out, bearing a child while shapeshifted does funny things to it. She knew that beforehand, though. The baby just ends up with some minor attributes of the parent's original form. Yeah, so pretty much my whole family has some dragon-like attributes to them. It runs stronger in some than others, and it really doesn't seem to matter how closely related we are to her. My mom barely has any features at all, aside from, well, her teeth and small horns, but my brother is fully scaled and even has a snout. As you can see, I'm, well, sort of a mix in the middle. Yeah, I get that a lot. I probably would make a really good fighter, if I were interested. But, honestly, being part dragon is good for more than just fighting. What I've personally found the most useful is the mindset that comes with it. Dragons instinctively hoard things, and that gives them a good sense of organization and storage. That's actually what makes me a good librarian. Some people find the job boring, but I actually find it quite satisfying. Of course, there are some downsides too. As I mentioned earlier, I can get a little obsessive over things, and even people that I want. I mean, it's not like I'm about to resort to kidnapping or theft, but I start to think about them all the time, and I have a hard time being subtle about wanting them, which, of course, you would have already noticed. Right. Of course you don't know what... Hang on. Can we be perfectly honest with each other just for a moment? Because you're either a really, really good actor, or you either really haven't noticed. Oh my goodness, my dear, sweet, adorable bookworm. What I want is you. As in, I am interested in you. Yes, romantically interested. What else can I mean? What did you think I meant whenever I said all those things? About how lovely your skin looks and how I wanted you all to myself. I even said I'd do anything you wanted. Oh, honey. No, that's not me being nice. Being nice is when you smile at someone and tell them to have a good day. That, my darling, was flirting. I've been flirting with you every time you've come in here since we met. Do you remember? Perhaps not. I'm sure it wasn't an unusual day for you. You were just going to the library, like you often do. I had only been there a couple of days, after getting recommended from my previous job to a much smaller library. Naturally, I dealt with a lot of people in my line of work. Usually when someone meets me for the first time, they do one of two things. Either they stare at me while trying to pretend they aren't staring at me, which is annoying, or they make a big fuss about how they don't judge based on appearance, which is even more annoying. But you were different. You directly asked me what I was. Not in a rude way, not in a disgusted way, just mildly curious. I told you I was dragon-blooded, you nodded, and proceeded to check out your books. Of course, that's not the only thing I like about you. You're very attractive, and definitely intelligent. But you are absolutely hopeless at taking hints. But that's what drew my attention to you. So, let me say this now as clearly as I can. I want you. I want you to become my treasure. Nobody else's. I told you I can be a bit obsessive, but I can guarantee I'll respect your privacy and personal space, just as long as you agree, at the end of the day, you belong to me. In return, I'll take care of you, protect you, and love you with all my heart. It feels so good to finally say that out loud. Sorry, I know this is a bit intense. Just my dragon blood, although, to be honest, I think the human side of me feels pretty strongly for you too. Anyways, what do you think? Really? Oh, thank you. Let me just... Wow, so, about that festival? Wanna go?